Hello, everybody. Hey, I got a new car in made by GPToys. It's a S920 Pro. So let's take a quick look at this. If it's anything like the S920, I'm probably going to like it. So let's go ahead and get started. I was supposed to be doing something else today, but we have a fire. For those of you that don't know, I'm in Colorado. I'm right in the path of the fire, so we got ash falling all over us and everything. It was completely dark at 5 p.m. The sun was up. There were no clouds in the sky, but it was too dark to film anything outside, so I was supposed to do a run test on another car. That will have to wait until I have sunlight again. So for now, I have a new car to review. This is a GPToys S920 Pro. This is a S920. And if some of you watched the video on this car, took this to the beach out in California, maybe we were in Washington State at the time, I don't recall, and I accidentally drove it into the ocean. It's IPX4 waterproof, but you still shouldn't take it in salt water. And it survived. All right, this is my first look, made by GPToys, 10th scale off-road monster truck. See, it says 48 kilometers per hour. We will be putting a GPS on it. It says it has a high and low speed. We'll test that out. See what else is on the box. Nothing on, well, there is something here. This is the company that I picked it up from, and I'll put a link to it in the description. It says 30 mile per hour plus monster truck, so we will be testing that out once I get sunlight again. Okay, we get all of our highlights and stuff. It's a splash proof 4-wheel drive. It's got drive shafts, metal A-arms. It says Cardan drive shafts. I don't know if that means carbon fiber. Oil-filled shocks in the front. Super soft, high-grip performance tires. Has two 390 brushed motors. A 60-amp ESC receiver board. Aluminum alloy cooling fin. And a self-cooling system. I assume that means there's not a fan on the heatsink. Semi-metal chassis, headlights, dual batteries, and it's a 110 scale 4-wheel drive, 2.4 gigahertz transmitter, and 2 USB charging cables, and a manual. So that's what should be in the box. It's fully proportional. Got neutral, reverse, forward brake, and all that stuff. And we'll go over all the controls. It's got Dean's connectors on it. Looks like 3 AA's for the transmitter. Says it has 6 oil-filled shocks, and if it's like the other one, there's 2 in the front and 4 in the rear. 2 390 brushed motors. It says it has a 3-wire servo, which it looks to be a standard size servo, so if you at some point wanted to upgrade this to a metal geared servo, should be no problem. It says it has aluminum differentials. I don't know if they're aluminum or steel, or if they mean metal. I don't know. I'll have to investigate that at some point. I'm not sure if you can see this, but the seal actually says GPToys right on the seal. All right, for those of you that have watched my unboxings before, I don't really do much of a conventional unboxing. I had 2 cars I ordered once from the same place at the same time. They came in 2 different boxes. Same car, 2 different boxes, packaged differently. I don't get too crazy about the box itself, although I will say this is probably one of the better packaged RC cars that I have received. It was a very heavy duty box, and it was inside another box. instead of the way I normally get them when they come in from China, where they're just basically bubble wrapped. And the manual looks pretty decent. Let's see if we got something with the part numbers in the back. Okay, here we go. We got part numbers for everything in here, which to me is a huge asset because it allows you, if you break something, even if you don't order it exactly from the manufacturer, you can at least see what the part numbers are, and you can explore the other options available. And then it's got the exploded view to show you how everything's put together. So I'd say that the manual is one of the better ones that I've seen. Okay, on to the remote. It's kind of beefy. It works okay for me though. Got a rubberized foam wheel. Feels okay. You've got the steering trim, and you've got a dual rate on the steering. I really wish more people would include the dual rate on the steering. It's really nice, especially if you're new to driving RCs or anything that you're doing at high speed. It just makes it so much easier to maintain control of the vehicle if you can turn the steering rate down and you're not constantly overcompensating. You got a low speed and high speed, and then your on and off switch. So, and it appears that it's got LED backlighting in here. I don't have any batteries in this one yet to test it with, but that will be during the run video. On to the goodie bag. Let's see, gears. That's different. Oh, it looks they gave us a USB charger with a US plug, which is good for us in the US. You've got the two chargers, and these plug onto the balance ports on the batteries. I'll test these and make sure that they actually equally charge the two cells of the battery. Other than that, that's probably the only time I'll use these. I've got some hobby grade chargers. And this is if you want to run two batteries, you got a 2-into-1, so you can run a parallel pack. That's kind of nice. I don't know exactly how they fit in the car yet. It's already got 4 body pins on it, so there's 4 extra body pins in the bag, along with the T-wrench. And what else we got? That's the cover for the battery box. And it comes with, that's your spur gear. The drive shaft goes in here and here. So you've got your 2 crown gears and the spur gear extra. The S920 did not come with that. And then here's the light harness. So you've got 2 white LEDs for the front, 2 red ones for the back. The tires, I don't know. They feel about the same as the ones on the 920. They're a little bit on the firm side, a little bit of hard composition, but they're tires. They can be changed. So let's pop the hood and see what we got. I was wondering where the batteries were. So if you want to run both battery packs, that's where this little piece comes in. And they've got a strap set up. You have to leave the lid, the cover, off if you're going to use both batteries at the same time. It'll double your run time. Or you can just run one battery down and then run the other battery. I'll say I'm pretty sure I saw these were 25C batteries. If you run them in parallel, you're going to have a 50C battery. So you might want to keep that in mind too. Yeah, so this is all you're going to do is you put both of these on here, and then this one plugs into here. So you can run both batteries at the same time, double your punch power with a slight increase of weight. Let's see if that goes all the way around. Yeah, that goes all the way around. Got a metal brace at the front and the rear, and that's the semi metal chassis that they were talking about, which is the same on the S920. Other than scratching it up, I've never done any damage to the 920. And that also, they both say Judge Extreme. That's what it says on the blue one also. It's just the standard 920. It also has dual 390 motors in it. So I don't know if this one's going to be any faster or if it's the same. This is what the inside of the battery box on the transmitter looks like. 3 AA's. If you choose the single battery option, the battery box does close up nicely. There's a place in there to tuck the wires into. And let's see if this has LEDs in it. Push button here for the ESC. And as soon as it's paired up, the LEDs come on. Let me see if they go off when I turn it off. It's interesting. Do that again. Okay. Okay, yep. Worked. Let's see what kind of wheel speed we get. That's on low. Now, I got to say, I kind of expected this. The S920 is probably the quietest RC car I have. You heard the tires on the pavement more than you heard the car. That's on low speed. Go up to high speed. Uh-oh. Feels pretty torquey. Not real sure what the top speed's going to be. Well, that's about all I can do right now. I'm going to say there's no oil in the shocks. It doesn't, I don't know. No, maybe, I think there is. Look at that. Yep. I'm pretty sure there's oil in the shocks. I'll open them up when I get ready to do the run test on it. But as I said, we got nothing but smoke here. Can't see. There's ash falling from the sky. I've got absolutely zero light to do a video with. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys get a preview of this car in this video, and I will do a follow-up video in a couple of days. I've got to make a quick run up to South Dakota and be back in a couple of days. I'll do a run video if the house is still here. One other quick thing I'll point out, and I've seen this on several other, as a question on several other cars. If you lose radio contact for some reason, I'm going to shut the transmitter off, then the receiver light should start to blink. So just for people that see that, it usually means that you've lost connection with your transmitter. Okay, and one other thing I wanted to look, let's see what kind of storage charge they have on it. Okay, that looks decent. Let me check the other one. Okay, that's a decent storage charge, so we're going to say that they did the preparation on this. I'm going to have to cut this off right here. We'll do a run video in a couple of days. There is some amount of grease in the differentials, and a pretty easy way to tell. When I quit turning it, it comes to a rapid stop. I mean, they're just silent. Feel good. So I'm going to go ahead and post this and get the run video in a couple of days when I can. If you're interested in this vehicle, want it for Christmas or something, I'll put a link to it down below. If you want to see what the run video looks like, if you're not already subscribed, be sure and subscribe and hit the bell.